Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Leo May 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, first thing up is, as far as May goes, the Sun will be in Taurus from the 1st until the 21st, so the 10th house as well will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on one's career, one's stature in life, status, recognition, notoriety, the dominant parent, which is often the father, public image, reputation, attaining success, authority figures, even attaining a position of authority. Now, given this is Taurus energy, this could be done very deliberately, very methodical fashion, done with a lot of persistence, perseverance, and patience as well. And there could be a very strong focus on the dominant parent, maybe has a case of the stubborns in some cases. A lot of this energy could be done with a lot of premeditation, very plotting manner. As well, given that this is Taurus energy, very ponderous energy, and a lot of pondering before acting upon anything 10th house related. So anyway, well, next thing up, as far as May goes, the Sun will be in Gemini from the 21st until the 31st, so the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on friends, acquaintances, goals, aspirations, one's future, stepchildren, even if applicable, groups, clubs, organizations, and perhaps social networking, social media, even humanitarian endeavors. Now, given this is Gemini energy, this may be done with a lot of versatility, a lot of variety. Could be a little bit vacillating. Remember, the Gemini energy also is a lot of very loquacious and very talkative energy, so just be careful. You're not just talking about doing all these things and thinking about it, but actually acting upon them. Gemini energy can also be very scattered. You could find yourself going in manifold directions and really not dissipating yourself through lack of an integrated purpose and spreading yourself too thin in 11th house matters, trying to do too much, focusing on too many friends, too many activities with them, and not really necessarily accomplishing that much. So just important, and also goals, aspirations as well. So anyway, well, next thing up, there will be a new moon in Taurus on May 4th, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. You may simply embark or start on a new Taurus career. It could be something connected with finance, stockbroking, financial advisor, gardening, cultivating, something. It could be doing work as an accountant. It could anything architecture, something with building, anything Taurus related. Could also be a new period of stability in your career at this time, and also about showing, maybe beginning of showing more persistence, patience, and perseverance in attaining career ambitions, reaching success, or even a position of authority. Now, it could also be in some cases about rekindling perhaps a connection with the Taurus dominant parent. It could be a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Taurus characteristics. And it could be about having a stable connection with this person as well, and also about maybe showing more tenacity perhaps, and really being very methodical, trying to attain some kind of maybe position of notoriety, getting more notoriety, exposure, recognition. It might be a time where you might have to start something new monetarily, or putting more money into doing so at this time, since Taurus is the sign associated with things of monetary nature. Anyway, next thing up, there will be a full moon in Scorpio on May 18th, so the 4th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, well, this could signify the end of a Scorpio. It could be a Scorpio connection in the home, or someone you're close at home with, a family member. It could be a Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Scorpio characteristics. Could also be maybe a time where you stop doing something Scorpio related out of the home, such as something connected with astrology, occult, supernatural, alchemy, locksmith work. Maybe you're doing some with psychology or psychiatry. Anything Scorpio related that might be done out of the home may come to an end. It might also be a time where you become somewhat full, exasperated, tired, perhaps of a manipulative, surreptitious, vengeful, vindictive, perhaps maybe even sadistic person that might be you're close to home with. It could be somebody, could be a family member, it could be the less dominant parent, which is often the mother. And also, too, in some cases, too, I mean, the full moons could be about unveilings and revelations. This could be about the unveiling or revelation, perhaps, of something criminal or corrupt that comes, perhaps, with somebody connected with your ancestry, or something nefarious that comes out. Something that maybe was, I mean, given Scorpio energy, it could have been something that was really very, very secretive for a good amount of time, and it finally comes out. And in any way, it could also be a time where you might even become, I mean, this is about, full moon in Scorpio could be about really about unleashing a very convoluted, intense emotional energy, and it could come out against anyone that could be fourth house related. And it could also be about maybe the completion of the transformation of your home or your family life at this time. And you might even could be about a self-revelation of some Scorpio qualities that you may have at the core, such as have the indomitable spirit, which, I mean, Leo can have that as well, but also maybe being very willful, very intense, more secretive than maybe you were cognizant of, and maybe even more resourceful. So anyway, well, the next thing up is Mercury will be in Aries as far as May goes, from the 1st until the 6th. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this could be about being very outspoken, very forthright in your communications, perhaps with in-laws, with grandchildren. As I've stated previously, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Aries sun, moon, or ascendant siblings, or ones that embody Aries traits that might figure more prominently in your philosophical outlook. It could be in religious matters, maybe with publishing even. And also, too, that Mercury can also be about thieves. So this is very important if you're traveling foreign countries. I mean, the Aries type thieves could be very, you could say, very direct, nothing really subtle, not like Pisces energy. This is something where you need to really be very more guarded against your valuables if you're traveling abroad, or even perhaps if you're in some kind of a college, university, there's a lot of people there, and you just have to be really, really careful at this time as far as that goes. And also, this could be about very pioneering, original thinking, going outside the box in terms of publishing or your philosophical outlook. And really, I mean, 9th house is about expanding horizons. So this could be a very good, I mean, this transiting energy could be very positive at this time. And you might find yourself talking about some kind of Aries publishing matter. It could be something connected. I mean, Aries could be anything with surgery, or something of a combative nature, such as combat sports or welding, carpentry, anything that could be Aries related to military combat. So anyway, well, next thing up, Mercury will be in Taurus as far as May goes, from the 6th until the 21st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, you might find yourself learning by having things demonstrated visually as far as something career related. It could also be a time to where you might find yourself speaking very deliberately, very methodically with authority figures, the dominant parent, which is often the father, even somebody that might figure prominently in your public image and reputation, such as a promoter. As I've stated before, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Taurus, sun, moon, or ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Taurus characteristics that might figure strong in your career, your reputation, public image, your success, that you may attain at this time. And also, Mercury again could be about thieves. This could be about Taurus type thieves. That really, I mean, Taurus, of course, is very money related, really greedy, avaricious energy and a negative manifestation. And I mean, this is something where you really have to be careful in matters as far as your career goes, your place of business, that you're really a little bit more guarded at this time than usual, and also about showing more persistence in thought and attaining success, a position of authority, your stature, attaining a greater stature in life. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. But anyway, now, the next thing up is Mercury will be in Gemini as far as May goes, from the 21st until the 31st. So the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, you might find yourself talking about manifold things, a wide divergence of things that are associated with your future, about humanitarian efforts, and also speaking very eloquently with very good diction in groups and clubs and organizations at this time. Now also too, again, Mercury can be about siblings. This could be about Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant siblings, or simply ones that embody Gemini traits that might figure strong in your goals, your aspirations, play a stronger role in your future, and in group-related matters, even maybe matters with social media and social networking, and whether they're more beneficial and more to your detriment. A lot of it can be predicated and dependent on aspects this makes to points in your chart. If it makes, say, for example, a good positive aspect to Jupiter, they could actually be very beneficial. If it's say a negative adverse aspect to your natal Saturn, they might be causing some sorrow or despondency in those areas, or maybe even feel like they're restricting you to some degree in the 11th house matters. Now, also again, Mercury can be about thieves. This could be about very shrewd, cunning thieves. Ones you have to really be careful when you're some kind of group related matter, or you're meeting new people in a group. Be very careful and engage these people as good as you can, because Gemini energy, of course, can be very shrewd and very slick, very cunning. So it's really very important. You're in an area where there's a lot of people at, and you're in a place where a lot of people are congregating. I mean, pickpocketers can really capitalize on those kind of situations. So anyway, last but not least, Venus will be in Aries as far as May goes, from the 1st until the 15th. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, well, if you're unattached at this time, Leo, you may connect with an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies Aries traits. It could be in your foreign travels, at a religious congregation, a college, university, someone you meet connected with publishing, perhaps. Could be a foreigner. And also, and this may manifest in very impulsive or impetuous spending on 9th house matters, such as perhaps publishing or something of a religious nature, if you're giving into some religious organization, or maybe even with in-laws and grandchildren. You may also be valuing a lot of courage, fortitude, and aggression and assertiveness with in-laws, with grandchildren, with other 9th house matters, going outside the box, expanding your horizons. And also another way this could play out, it could be expressing, very ardent feelings and sentiments with maybe a foreigner at this time. Or it could be someone you meet through some publishing, or maybe at a religious congregation, a college, university, and you might be spending money on some Aries higher education venue. It could be something connected, say with work as studying to be a surgeon, an EMT, carpentry, welding, something that could be associated with fire, such as arson, investigation, anything that could be Aries related. And these could be things that you strongly value as well. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Leo May 2019 horoscope forecast part 1 of 2. Stay tuned next time where I'm going to be talking about, in my opinion, the most underrated zodiac sign. 2 things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.